Right, hi friends, let's do a proper cooking video because it's a while since we've done one. I'm going to do a nice filet mignon served with a crusted potato and leek mashed potato and a garlic mushroom sauce with some asparagus. So I've already got the taters going. They're going to take, I've just peeled and chopped some white potatoes. They're going to take about 20 minutes. So let's get the mushrooms going. That's what we need to do next. Just want a good knob of butter, maybe an ounce. Put that in a pan, melt that butter down, and we'll chop these mushes. Butter's melted nicely, so let's pop these into that pan. I'm just going to sweat them down for about 5 minutes, just to soften them up a bit. We'll put half of this garlic in. Just chop that garlic in half. Really bash it, and that will really flatten it out. You don't want much more than that, because otherwise it'll overpower it. Right, we'll have let's do the leek. So, the leek for the mashed potato, I'm just going to take a piece out from here because I want a bit of colour. You'll still see a nice bit of colour in there. So about that much. I won't throw away that leftover bit. I will throw away that bit though. Now I'm going to chop it fine. Like that. When the mushrooms are finished just softening, I'll pop that into the same pan when I've removed it. We'll have a look then. Right friends, the mushrooms are pretty much done, so I'm just going to knock that heat really high up. Just put a sprinkle of salt in there. I'm just going to put a splash of this rather nice Sauvignon Blanc that someone's given me. Just about maybe a tablespoon or so. I'll just leave that to reduce. You want to reduce, I haven't put a great deal in there because it's only for me. I'm just going to reduce that by half, stirring all that goodness from the mushroom juices in the butter. I mean, it's already good, right? You can tell. I'm just going to put a sprinkle of flour, plain flour in there. Maybe about a tablespoon, roughly. You can see it thickens up beautifully like that. Right, knock the heat back down. This mushroom sauce is pretty much prepared. We've basically created a mushroom roux. So into there, I'm just going to put a splash of milk. Again, a couple of tablespoons. And the same volume of cream, like that. Right, I'm just going to leave this on a really low heat now. That roux, the flour, butter, mushroom mix will break down and that'll become a lovely creamy sauce by the end of this. Right, for the leeks, I'm just going to put another little knob of butter. This dish may not be healthy, friends, but it's going to be really good. Into there, I'm going to put that leek that we chopped, and I'm going to just sweat that down, I reckon about 5 minutes, just to soften it up nicely, and then we'll transfer it onto a saucepan just out of the way. Oh, sorry, salsa, just out of the way. Right, so these leeks are nice and soft now. You don't need to worry about taking the butter away, because that's just going to mix into the mashed potato anyway. So we'll just pop that onto a saucer, a little plate, whatever you want to call it. Just wipe out the pan. Now I'm going to pop about another ounce of butter in, knock the temperature up. We're going to get that really, really hot. We're going to leave it for a minute. We'll switch it back on then. Right friends, the butter is getting really, really good and hot, so I'm now going to get this beautiful piece of fillet. My goodness, look at that. I'm spoiling myself. I'm going to put an unhealthy amount of salt all around it, and a little bit of black pepper. You want to get the outside and everything. Right, I'm going to get onto this pan. I'm going to put it straight in. And I'm going to do it for about 4 minutes either side, because I'm looking for medium rare. Do not move it, just leave it sat in the pan. And that is going to give you some incredible tasting beef. There should be a nice crust on either side. We'll have a look when we flip it. Right, we've had about 3 to 4 minutes. I'm just going to flip it over. Hopefully you can see that beautiful seared pattern that's appeared. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a teaspoon. I'm just going to baste the top for about the next minute as it's cooking, and then we'll take it off and rest it, maybe another couple of minutes. I won't baste it for all that time. Oh, even the steam smells beautiful. So I've got the mashed potato, I've mashed it up, put in the leeks that we've softened, and then just nicely fold them into the already mashed tatty. We don't want to destroy the leeks, and we'll deal with that after we take the steak off to rest. Right, now it's important, you really want to sear up the outside edges of this steak. It won't take long. So it's colouring it up, just like that. There you can see. All the time you're deglazing the pan of that beautiful sauce that you just made. I'll tell you what, turn down the volume and just watch it. It's better that way. Oh man. Right, I'm now going to put this on a plate and just rest it for about 10 minutes. And then we'll deal with the other parts of this meal. Right, so believe it or not, we're going to pop another bit of butter into this pan. I'm going to get a little metal disc. I'm going to take some of this wonderful mashed potato and leek. I'm just going to let that get to temperature. You want it just so the butter's nicely melted. Don't have it all inside the ring because we'll baste it a bit. There, that'll do. Now you just want to force that mashed and leek, potato and leek, into the ring. If you've made it this far, friends, well done. This could be a long vid, but I'm going to post it because I don't care, because I reckon this meal is going to be pretty damn good. Now we're just going to, obviously it's all cooked anyway, but we're just going to try and get a nice browned crust on each side. We'll have a look when we flip it in about, I reckon about 5 minutes. Friends, so now I'm just going to toss it over. I'm just going to brown off the other side, just giving it that nice little crust. Keeping the edges nice and so it looks smart when you plate it up, really. You can do your asparagus in the same pan, just knock that in for about 3 minutes or so, and we are about ready to dish this up. Right friends, so this tasty and whatnot's done, so let's dress up a plate. First things first, let's get this potato circle. I just want to get any sort of knife, just go around. I know this isn't the best video I've ever done, friends, but I'll tell you what, this is the best meal I'm going to have eaten for a while. That's pretty nice. Look at this beautiful fillet. Look at that, that is looking good. Right, onto there, we've got this wonderful creamy mushroom sauce. Now, I'm not going to smother it all over the steak, as some people possibly would. I'm going to put it over one end. There we go, just like that. So I've got something to dip into if I want. And believe me, I have stuck my finger in it a couple of times and it tastes incredible. but we'll check that in a minute. It's asparagus as well. Right friends, I don't know how that looks, but I think it's going to be really good to eat. Normally I don't dress up a plate live, do I, Jack?
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
Yeah.
No, right. There we go. Right, I'll take a thumbnail. Actually, I might not. Let's just go straight into it. Let's keep it live. Knife and fork. Who wants to see what? Anyone wants to see into the steak? Let's take a thumbnail. Oh, let's not. Fuck it. We'll just. Ooh. Right, let's go in. Oh man. Look at that. Beautiful. I'll dip it into this wonderful sauce. That's absolutely incredible. Friends, look, I know I've made a bit of a mess of doing this vid. I'm not very good at making vids, but I can cook. Well, I think so. I'm just trying to help the world of art hoaxes to cook better. And look, it's easy. If I can do it, you can. Got a bit of this wonderful mash thing. Jack, hello, cameraman. Man. Yeah, it's absolutely awesome. Friends, look, yeah, we've made a mess of filming it. I don't really care. If you've taken anything out of watching this, if you've... Is it still recording?
Yeah.
What did you press?
Nothing.
If you've taken anything from this, though, all you can glean is that I am really bad at making videos, but the food I cook is pretty decent. I mean, oh man. Yeah, look. I'm going to go off now and eat this. I'm going to really enjoy doing so because it tastes incredible. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, friends. Bye-bye, friends.